Señoras y señores, a continuación, haremos la presentación olímpica de los planteles. Vamos a comenzar presentando el Club Atlético Boca Jrs de Argentina. Número 0, Wayne Langston. 4, Leo Mainoli. 5, Juan Guerrero. 6, Marco Mata. 7, Nicolás 70. 10, Manuel Rodríguez. 11, José Mendoza. 17, Sebastián Vega. 20, Leo Shatman. 26, Tiziano Torre. 35, Renger Marler. Y 55, José de Felipe. Y efectivamente, señor Carlos Alberto Duro. A continuación presentaremos a Hebraica Macabi. Número 3, Cora. 4, Joaquín Brasil. 5, Juan Lucas.
Good evening and welcome into the first game of the second window of the Basketball Champions League America's 2023-24 season. Alongside my partner Paul Mokeski, I'm Craig Feta, and we're so glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from around the Americas or around the world. This one is a Group C matchup between Boca Jrs of Argentina and Hebraica Macabi of Uruguay. This one takes place in Hebraica's backyard at Palacio Peñarol in beautiful Montevideo. The last time these two teams met in the December window, Hebraica won a tough one, 69-62, behind 22 points from Jordan Williams and 19 points from Luciano Parodi. Paul, what do Boca Jrs have to do to flip the script and win here in Uruguay?
Well, I think Craig, they have to get more players involved. They need players like Barber and Vega to step up more and being more involved, and they need the new player Wayne Langston to get involved. And because really the plus for Boca Jrs that game was Marcos Mata. We call him Monster Mata, and he was scoring and rebounding and all over the floor. So he needs some more players to join him in that effort. And really, Craig, the bottom line is they have to shoot better. They were 6 for 32 from the three-point line, and that's just not good enough. That's 19%, and they just need to get the ball to go through the basket more, and we'll have another exciting game today.
There you got to look at our officials for this one. Roberto Vasquez of Puerto Rico, Michael Scott of Canada, and Samuel Hidalgo of Dominican Republic. Aside from the strong games by Williams and Parodi for Hebraica, the 34-year-old Panamanian veteran Ernesto Ogilvy tallied 14 points and 12 rebounds against Boca. For Boca Jrs, they were led by Sebastian Vega with 12 points and 11 points by Jose Vildosa. Veteran Carlos Schottman was ice cold, though, as cold as our temperatures here in the States, going 0 for 6 from three-point range and shut out of the scoring column. While they need to get more from Schottman, Boca has made one roster addition, bringing in 31-year-old American Wayne Langston in place of Nicolas Burgos. Langston last played in the Israeli Winter League, where he averaged 4.8 points and 3.8 rebounds. You mentioned that they will need to get some production from Wayne Langston. He was averaging 4.8 points and 3.8 rebounds per game in 19 games with Hapoel Galil Elyon in the Israeli Winter League. And Paul, we haven't gotten a close look yet, but this venue here at Palacio Peñarol in Montevideo is the very first arena in which I saw the fringed nets. So this was the very first one. So you'll get to see it here as we look at the starters for Hebraica Macabi. Hassel, Romero, Parodi, Williams, and Ernesto Ogilvy. Same 5 starters that Leo Zilberstein used in his games in the first Group C window. And we are just moments away from tip-off. Go ahead, partner.
I love the look of this arena. I love playing. I used to love playing in smaller arenas that are more personal, and it looks like a great basketball venue to have this game in tonight.
It is. It's a tremendously intimate venue. You could see that second deck there right on top of the court practically. It's almost like a Yankee Stadium type overhang. You can almost reach out and grab a jump ball from that second deck there. But,
It looks kind of like
it,
the old
it,
Boston Garden a little bit.
yeah, yeah. It can get extremely loud in here, and if the home team, essentially Hebraica Macabi, plays well, makes a good run at things, it can get very, very loud in here.
And they have the talent and the scoring to really make it tough. And Jordan Williams is one of the best players I've seen out of all these teams, and he can really get it going. And it's up to Boca Jrs to not let them get on that run and not let the momentum get out of hand.
And Paul, I believe they're doing a moment of silence, yes, for Garly Soho. He was Garly Soho was found tragically passed away in his home not long after the December window. He was on the Gladiadores de Anzoátegui squad, and so a moment of silence to memorialize Garly Soho.
And all these players played against him. A lot of them know him more personal, probably. And what a tragedy to lose a life that young. And that just shows, we need to make sure we tell everybody we love them. And, nothing is promised to us. And it's just a sad scenario there for the basketball community.
Same starting lineup for Boca Juniors and Carlos Duro, Marcos Mata, Manuel Rodriguez, Jose Vildosa, Carlos Schottman, and Raven Barber that they used in the opening window in December. And we are underway for the January window of BCL America's play. So glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from. Alongside Paul Mokeski, my name's Craig Feda. Vildosa misses the first shot of the game, gets his own rebound. And now an errant pass by Schottman.
That's a little miscommunication there. And, his teammate was going to the corner to give him a bailout, but he passed where he was. That's what you don't want to pass, where a player was.
That's one of those things that everybody said Wayne Gretzky was so great at in hockey. He was one of the first players that could have that kind of vision to pass where a guy was going, and nobody else knew he was going to be there except Gretzky.
In the basketball world, Larry Bird was that guy.
Yep.
He knew where McHale and all those guys were going before they knew it.
Shot clock down to 5 for Boca on their initial possession of this game. And they will not get a shot off. This is the only game tonight. Tomorrow, it will be Boca Juniors against Flamengo. Each of these teams in Group C finished the December window at 1-1. Boca Juniors defeated Flamengo 82-60 and then lost, as we mentioned earlier, to Hebraica. Hebraica, alongside their win over Boca, lost to Flamengo 92-87. So I'd like to see that groups with teams evenly matched. Makes it more fun, more competitive.
And on any given night, any team can beat any other team. So you got to really focus on playing well.
Open jumper by Hassel. That's no good.
Not the smoothest looking shot.
1.5 minutes into the game and neither team with a point, but there, Jordan Williams missing the dunk attempt. Now it's poked out of bounds out of the hands of Ernesto Ogilvy. And it'll stay with Hebraica Macabi. Let's look at the dunk attempt by Williams.
And I like that no call, Craig, because, you know, the rim blocked him. There was no foul. I like that no call.
Back outside to Hassel. And now Romero. Shot clock again down to 5. Back to Ogilvy and a foul called. That's going to be on Manuel Rodriguez, his first.
And Ogilvy's one of those power players you're going to have to deal with all game. He's just physical, knows how to hold his ground. He's a veteran, and that's going to be a battle for Boca Juniors all night.
Another jumper missed by Hassel, but there for the putback is Jordan Williams, and he's got the first 2 points of this contest. Paul, we talked in the opening window about Ernesto Ogilvy, 34 years old from Panama, how unusual it is to have somebody not of the country of origin of the team to be a captain. And that's exactly what Ernesto Ogilvy is.
That shows the type of leader he is and the respect he has from not only his teammates, but his coaches.
And how about Carlos Schottman? He was 0 for 6 from three-point range against Hebraica, and he buries his first to give Boca the lead in this one, 3-2. The dish to Rodriguez. He goes up for the layup, and Boca takes a 5-2 lead. Boca Juniors and Flamengo tomorrow at 7:10 p.m. local time, 5:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Friday, it's going to be Hebraica Macabi against Flamengo. Again at 7:10 p.m. local, 5:10 p.m. Eastern. Paul and I will have those games for you.
There's Ogilvy going to the rim again strong. It looks like Maccabi's going to emphasize getting it to him to post, and he is very active early off in this game.
Foul was on Raven Barber. That was his first, and the free throw rattles out. Barber grabs the rebound. Rodriguez to Barber. Now Vildosa pulling up. His shot's no good, gets his own rebound. Boca resets. Pull up Jay, that's short. Rebound back tap by Barber taken by Schottman.
That looks like a replay of the last game. They get the ball to go through. Great shots, wide open. It just won't go in.
Yeah. Right now, Hebraica 2 for 6 from the floor. Boca 2 of 7. Drive by Romero, can't finish. Hassel, 2 more attempts, and he finally gets one to go in.
That's what Hassel does. He's a low post guy around the rim. He's long. He's just going to keep battling.
Franklin Hassel, 6'9", 205 centimeters, 35 years old from the USA. Graduate of Old Dominion in 2011. Veteran of Israel, Italy, Turkey, and France. That long jumper no good. Rebound pulled down by Vildosa. 6'5" Hebraica. Oh, a little drop pass into the lane to the streaking Barber, and he goes up with the left hand and lays it in.
Very nice inside out. I mean, outside in.
Boca back on top 7-6. Herodi was trying to find Ogilvy, but he couldn't shake free. Now, beautifully defended by Manuel Rodriguez. He denied the inlet pass and then fronted him again and denied the pass from up top and then stole it. Raven Barber has a seat, as does Manuel Rodriguez. Golan Gut into the game now. Jordan Williams' drive will not connect, but he will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Jordan Williams is just an all-around good player. He can shoot the three. He can get to the lane like you see here, create contact, and get a chance to go to the free throw line. He's one of the players that really impressed me of all these teams in this group play.
Wayne Langston and Leo Mainoldi into the game for the first time for Boca Jrs. We'll see how Langston fits in his first action with Boca Jrs. Also into the game for Hebraica. Beg your pardon, for Boca. They made 2 substitutions and they still haven't updated the... That 3 is up and good. Marcos Mata strokes the long-range jumper, and it's a 5-point lead for Boca Jrs, 13-8. We had a lot of fun calling Marcos Mata. His effort and energy on the court really sparked Hebraica Macabi. We likened him to an instant Monster energy drink. So that's how we came up with the nickname Monster Mata.
I've patented that, and I'm selling T-shirts and hats. So for those of you out there who don't want to go online, no, not really.
There you go. Fastball pass by Leo Mainoldi got intercepted. So it looks like Hebraica did only make 1 sub, but I swear I saw 2 players sit down on the bench.
Yeah, so did I. But that was Jordan again going to the basket with the Euro step strong.
Another 3-pointer, Marcos Mata lighting it up again. Mata now with 6. He's 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. The answer at the other end, Karam's off, and Boca looks to extend this lead. And they do. An easy layup by Carlos Schottman. And Leonardo Zilberstein wants timeout.
Yeah, good
Boca
timeout here
Jrs.
to stop
Streaking.
the momentum. Yeah, they are on a roll.
There we get a look at the Hebraica Macabi bench. Marcos Mata now with 6 points on 2 of 3 shooting from beyond the arc. Carlos Schottman has 5. Jose Vildosa 3. For Hebraica Macabi, Jordan Williams has 6. No other player with more than 2. Boca's got the shooting percentage up. Hebraica Macabi still struggling. 4 of 13 from the field for 30.7%.
And Craig, here's the sign of a good team. We'll see what happens coming out of this timeout, but your coach calls a timeout to stop the momentum. He's drawing up a play. Let's see if they execute it and stop this momentum and get an easy bucket here. It's a good sign of a team that can do that, especially after timeouts.
A big hello to all our viewers in the USA on FanDuel TV, across South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel. Glad you can be with us. Alongside longtime NBA big man Paul Mokeski.
Long time.
My name's long time. NBA big man, coach, scout, advanced scout, everything you can possibly think of in the game. Paul Mokeski has done it. Probably drove the bus a few times too. Yep.
Oh, I bet I did in the CBA.
Yep. Ogilvy misses.
Yeah, they did execute their play, got it in the post. They just missed an easy shot.
Mata now between the rings, giving it up to Vildoso. Around the screen. There's the roll by Langston. Pass wasn't there. Long three on the way. Circles out. And here comes Hebraica Macabi back the other way. No look pass to Juan Guerrero. And beg your pardon, that's Juan Ducasse. Got the wrong Juan. Ducasse has his first 2 points of the game. And it's 18-12. Another three.
Wow.
My goodness, this one from Jose T. Filippo.
Starting to feel it now. That's contagious sometimes, Craig. Somebody makes a couple shots, and now everybody makes shots.
9-point lead, biggest lead of the game, and I don't know how that layup didn't go in. 1:40 to play in this first quarter. Another three up on the way. A little too strong. Comes Hebraica back the other way. Barodi gets it back from Ogilvy, now drives. Oh, a little stop move. He missed the layup. Paul, somebody's got to look at that rim over there. There's got to be a piece of plexiglass over it.
That's about the third or fourth layup they've missed.
And
you know
least.
what, Craig? A lot of times that's just focus. And, you know, one of the best players ever I've worked with that finish around the basket like that is Steve Nash. And I've told other players since then, one thing that Steve did all the time, just like right there, you know, you get to the rim and you let the ball go. And sometimes players just take their eyes off the ball or the rim and you tend to rim them out. You need to watch that ball go through the net. And that means you're really focusing on getting it to the basket. And, you know, there's been, you know, 3 or 4 at least missed layups where they're not focusing at the end of their, you know, they're making a, you know, $1 million move, but with a 5-cent finish.
Vildosa completes the 3-point play. It's 24-12, biggest lead of the game for Boca. That's kind of like a wide receiver in the NFL looking the ball into his hands and not making the move upfield before he actually secures the ball, or an outfielder looking the ball all the way into his glove on a fly ball. Oh, beautiful spin move there, but there you go again. Ogilvy couldn't finish the $1 million move.
That was a really good spin move, and you just, like you said, it's not very good if you can't finish it, and they got to really start focusing on that.
Three-pointer on the way, that rattles out. Filippo grabs the rebound. Coming up on half a minute to play in this first quarter. Guerrero gets fouled. It's going to be whistled on Brian Garcia. I like the aggressive defense, but
yeah, just a little too much. And the referees, they'll give you some, but if you hold or impede the guy too much, they're just they have to call it.
I think that's called being a little too handsy. I got slapped on a date for that once.
Uh-oh. That's a story for another day.
Ogilvy. Yeah. Maybe halftime when the mics are off. Manuel Romero near half court. 10 seconds. Hebraica had one to give there. Beg your pardon, Boca had one to give. So Leo Minoli sits down. He had 11 in the first window against Hebraica Macabi. He's 0 for 2 from the floor tonight. Clock down to 5. There's the soaring drive by Ducasse. It won't go. Filippo flips one up, nearly goes in. A running three-pointer from half court, nearly banked in by Jose T. Filippo, but at the end of one quarter, Boca Jrs looking strong with a 24-12 lead over Hebraica Macabi. Hebraica Macabi, 5 of 20 from the floor overall, 0 for 2 from three-point range. Jordan Williams has 6 points. Ducasse, Hassel, and Ogilvy each with 2. Williams also with 4 rebounds. Hassel has 3. For Boca Jrs, 9 of 20 from the floor overall for 45%. 5 of 10 from three-point range. 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Jose Vildosa with 6 points. Marcos Mata with 6. Carlos Schottman with 5. Jose DiFilippo with 3. Raven Barber 2. DiFilippo also with 5 rebounds in that first quarter. Boca Jrs with the rebounding edge, 15-11.
Yeah, I mean, Craig, Hebraica Macabi, I think they missed 6 layups in that first quarter. So if you're shooting 24% from the 2 and 6 of those are layups, if I'm the coach in the huddle, I'm just pretty much telling my guys, we need to focus on our finishes and we'll be fine.
Maybe run a layup line during the quarter break here.
And at this level, like I said, it's focus. Just you got to focus all the way through. You got to see the basketball go through the net, and that'll clear that up a lot. And it's something you have to think about now.
Got to look at Wayne Langston a moment ago from Washington, D.C. Played collegiately at Murray State. As a senior in 2016, averaged 13.5 points and 6.1 rebounds. And an offensive foul called on the drive by Federico Haller. Did he clear out with that off arm? On his way up.
Oh, that's a tough call. Maybe after the play.
Yeah, maybe they saw him
anyway.
maybe they saw him kind of push out with the right arm, and the defender was falling. But I don't think. Yeah, as you said, that's a tough call. We'll just leave it at that. Arodi now around the screen by Hassel. Goes up in the lane, instead kicks it out. And again, that's one of those miscommunications.
Yeah.
Was trying to find Manuel Romero, and he wasn't home.
Hebraica Macabi has switched to a zone, and it's been effective on defense and made them struggle to score. But it doesn't fix your missed layups and your pass turnovers on the other end. They kind of address that situation.
To the corner for Mainoldi, his 3 misses. Rebound back tap controlled by Boca. Juan Guerrero comes out of there with it. Filippo back to Guerrero. Open look for 3, no. To Filippo, another back tap rebound.
Hey, Craig, when you go to a zone, it's more difficult to block out, as we're seeing right here.
Mainoldi for 3 again. Splash! That one.
Give them enough chances, you're going to get one to go in, that's for sure.
Lead now 15, biggest of the game for Boca. So backing the defender down, and now foul called on Wayne Langston. Langston wanted that ball.
That looked like a jump ball to me.
Yeah. I thought I saw somebody signaling for a jump ball, but then the official ran in with the arm up for the foul.
Tough call again.
Second on Langston. Yeah. Garodi up top. Now Garcia gets it to Hassel. He loses it. Stolen away by Guerrero. 4-on-2. 3 on the way for Mainoldi. Splash! That one. Leo Mainoldi back-to-back three-pointers.
They're just doing a great job.
Barely moved.
Turnover. Yeah, they're getting the job of turning the ball over on defense and getting out and running. They've got layups. They've got threes. Maccabi has to sprint back and protect the basket, but you also have to protect the three-point line at this level.
Leonardo Silberstein calls timeout again.
Ahora, si ellos, escuchá, si ellos tiran 3 veces y nos agarran rebote, oh, no empecemos, dale. Ya. Vamos así en esta. Lucho, en esta vamos en 3. Y podemos agregar en L.
And as usually happens when you're not playing very well and the ball's not going in. A little, not big, but a little confrontation in the huddle looked like, and they had to settle it down. But that's what usually happens in this situation when a team makes a run and they're playing well. You just got to gather yourself, keep together, and stay the course.
Well, and it's so frustrating. Not only is Boca shooting the ball well, especially from three-point range, they're shooting 50%, but you had so many open looks and layups just not fall in. That's got to multiply the frustration exponentially.
Yeah, it does for sure. Frustrates the players and the coaches, believe me.
And now a whistle as DiFilippo commits the foul. As he goes around the screen, throws that hip out there a little bit. And I don't know what it is, Paul. Every time you see a guy wearing glasses or goggles or something like that, you automatically assume he's a hard-nosed player. As a three-pointer finally falls in.
Yeah.
Ernesto Ogilvy trains Trey.
You see a guy wearing rec specs in any game, you think they're going to become hard to play, hard to dive on the floor and do all that stuff. All Kurt Rambis back in the day.
Yep, that's exactly who I was thinking of. Here's Parodi. Let's see if Hebraica Macabi can make a little run now. And there's a layup. Jordan Williams off of the nice pass. He goes off the glass and lays it in. Pretty finish there, and now Hebraica starting to build a little bit of a run here. They've cut the lead to 13.
See, he made sure. See how he looked that ball in the basket? He made sure that went in. That's what you have to do when you're blowing little layups like that. You have to do exactly what he did. You go hard to the basket. You watch the ball go through the net.
So now Carlos Duro calls timeout. We do want to recognize the assistant coaches as well for Boca Juniors. Emmanuel Quintans and Gonzalo Perez for Hebraica Macabi. Assisting Leonardo Silberstein is Alejandro Muro.
Coco sale y juega dribbling handoff, pass to the point and flat screen.
And now we're going to see the difference in Boca Juniors. They had to call timeout to stop the run. They drew up the play. We're going to see if they can execute it here coming out of a timeout. We used to, as an advanced scout, you call these ATOs after timeouts. And the great coaches and the good teams are really good at this.
They always have a good play ready to go to stop a run.
Yeah, you have, and you have plays that are focused on certain players you want to get a shot for. And then you also have a favorite play that, you're very effective with and your team's comfortable with.
So Vildosa into the front court, gets it to Mainoldi, now to Schottman. Now down low to Langston. He has it pried out of there. Hebraica looking to continue this little run they have. Parodi back outside to Ogilvy. Thought about the three, now drives, spins with the right hand, hard off the glass, no. Rebound, Hassel, no. Another rebound by Hassel, up off the glass and in. What work under the bucket by Franklin Hassel, the 35-year-old. Goes off the glass and the lead cut to 11.
Go to work, big fella. He's working those boards. A little bit of shades of Moses Malone, rest his soul. Get it off the glass, go get it again, and have more effort and energy than anybody around the basket, and finally you put it in. And you add 2 or 3 rebounds to your stats.
Right. 6 rebounds for Hassel now. Dosa to Schottman. Shot clock at 5. Schottman's pass tipped. Oh, I thought that got tipped. But he threw it between 2 players. Neither one of them cut toward the ball, and it sailed out of bounds.
Craig, that looked like when you played tennis doubles and the ball goes between you. You both look at each other like, I thought you were going to get that.
Yep. Or pickleball nowadays. Oh, a beautiful feed again to Ogilvy. He goes reverse, and the lead is inside 10, 30-21. Ogilvy now 7 points. A 9-0 run by Hebraica Macabi. A spin move by Parodi to Hassel. Nurses that one in.
Great pocket pass to the big fella rolling to the basket.
The run is 11. Vildosa from 14 feet finally stops the bleeding. Lead back to 9. Vildosa with 8 points. Parodi 5 assists as part of this little run here. Long 3 on the way. That missed everything. Caught by Vega. He leads it up now into the corner for Schottman. Sidesteps the defender, finds Langston underneath. Contact, no call. And I like that no call. It looked like Langston jumped into the flat-footed defender.
Yeah, and a great no-look pass there.
Parodi takes it all the way himself off the glass. No. Rebound tipped by Hassel. Parodi got it back. And now Jordan Williams draws the foul. That's going to be on Vildosa. And it's really amazing, Paul, what just a couple of buckets will do. They got those 2 baskets. Boca called timeout, and all of a sudden, just like that, Hebraica Macabi playing like superstars.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, Craig, about momentum. It's a real thing, and
Sure it is.
Teams start seeing the ball go through the basket. They start making their layups. They have more energy on defense. They get deflections, and the tide turns fast in a game. And the good teams, and to win games, you have to be able to absorb that tide, and then react to it. And we're going to see what's going to happen with Boca Jrs here at the end of this quarter. There's a lot of time in this quarter, and you got to get back on the right track here quickly.
Both free throws good for Williams, and the lead back down to 7, 32-25. This is one of those things, again, that we talked about where if you could ever bottle that or figure out how to turn it on, you would never have to work another day in your life. Oh, and Parodi's pass goes off of the back of Ogilvy. He wasn't even looking. Fortunately, Ogilvy able to track it down. That was after the pretty jumper by Vildosa. Shot clock down to 6. Parodi with the 3. That's good! Luciano Parodi cuts the lead to 4. Beg your pardon, 6.
Feels like 4.
Maybe
Another
4
stop.
after this possession. Parodi around Hassel. Vildosa got a hand on it. Got it to Ogilvy, though. Ogilvy worked his way toward the lane.
Might have traveled there a little bit.
Yeah, Mainoldi wanted the travel call. 3 on the way. Just missed. Hassel got a tip on that rebound, and now the long outlet pass. Shot blocked by Williams. Great job getting back on the cherry pick by Mainoldi. Now Perotti on the drive. His pass deflected, tipped out of bounds by Franklin Hassel, and that is going to be Boca ball with 3:06 to play in this second quarter. How about
But
Jordan
the action
Williams
is
getting
definitely
back
picking
on
up.
defense?
Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep playing. You never know what'll happen.
And then he went straight up and didn't commit the foul. What
A lot
play
of
by
guys
Williams.
2-on-1. Yeah, a lot of guys 2-on-1. They'll say, "Oh, that's just a halfway play," and that's not the way to do it. And that was a great stop.
Jordan Williams from Dallas, Texas, played collegiately at Northern Texas in 2015. He had 22 points and 4 rebounds against Boca. In their win in the December window. 3-pointer missed by Boca. Here comes Hebraica again. Ogilvy. Coming up on 2.5 minutes to play. Now Williams between the rings, setting up his defender. He pulls up for 3. A little too strong. Rebound. Grabbed by Boca. That was Jose Vildosa. Now Vildosa for 3. And the shot was blocked, but a foul called. Is that going to be 3 free throws?
It should be, and of course, every time the player wants a replay. I would bet my money on he did foul him. Let's see. Hit his arm. You don't miss a shot that bad.
Manuel Romero saying, "I got all ball. What are you talking about?"
Are you sure about that? And the players will never admit that they did foul.
No. You never committed a foul, did you?
No, never. No, yes, I did. And I knew it. And it was a lot of times it was on purpose. Maybe against Michael Jordan or somebody.
You're banging against Robert Parrish and Moses Malone and all those big guys from the 80s.
Sometimes you just foul the guy and raise your hand and say, "Yep, I fouled him."
Yep, that was me.
Yeah, or sometimes after a bad call at the other end and after a couple plays, you purposely foul a guy and say, "Now that's a foul."
All 3 free throws good by Vildosa, and the lead back to 9. Vildosa with 13 points.
That's a momentum killer too, by the way, Craig.
Let's see how Hebraica answers. Ogilvy driving left side, kicking it out. 3 on the way. Short, missed everything. Shotman the rebound. Boca running. Count the bucket for Manuel Rodriguez, and he's going to go to the line and try to complete the 3-point play.
Man, you love that. He slowed down, knew the defense was coming, and absorbed the contact and finished the shot for an old-fashioned 3-point play.
Yep, there you see him slow up, let the defender catch up, get the body.
And he knew he was going to get hit, and he absorbed it and finished. I love seeing a young player do that.
Manuel Rodriguez, 21 years old. He'll be 22 on March 5th. He averaged 12 points.
He has a
per
huge
game.
upside as a young player, Craig. He really does.
He averaged 12 points per game in 3 games, or rather in 2 games in Group C play in December. Ogilvy working the defender down. Now fades away. Little right hand, left hand push shot wouldn't go. Hassel puts it up and gets it to go.
Hey, Craig, I was going to mention this, that you know, Ogilvy was so dominant in the first quarter. They were giving the ball in the low post. Now he's wavered and gone out to the high post area and, you know, not been as effective. And now they go back to him in low post, and he's a threat. And then they have Hassel around the glass. And that's the way to attack it right there.
Hassel completes the three-point play. (40-31). Franklin Hassel now with 9. He's also got 7 rebounds. Alley-oop to Manuel Rodriguez, a little too high, couldn't finish. Now Mainoldi weaving his way through. Ogilvy for 3, nope. Parodi the long rebound, and Hebraica resets. Finds Hassel underneath. He goes up strong with the left hand again off the glass and scores. He back down to 7. Hassel with 11 inside of a minute's play, second quarter.
He's just doing work in the post.
Hebraica with another chance to get as close as they've been since the first quarter. Boca had an 18-point lead. It was cut down to 6 at 34-28 a few moments ago. A bucket here can make it 5. Three-pointer will make it 4. That's good! Jordan Williams from the corner cuts the lead.
Man, I'm going to tell you, they ran a little pin down for him, and the defense cut through the top, and he just flared to the corner. Great read and great pass for that read on that three-pointer. That's a veteran play right there. When the players, when you're cutting up to get your shot, and players are cutting and you know, splitting up high, you flare to the corner and you get a wide open shot. Really beautiful execution.
Primera bola, cuerno
That was
lado.
the first three-pointer of the game for Jordan Williams. He's 1 for 4 from beyond the arc now, but he's got 13 points on 4 of 10 shooting. He's also got 5 rebounds.
Yeah, if I had to tell
11 for Hebraica and 7 rebounds. Ernesto Ogilvy, 7 points and 6 boards. Luciano Parodi, 7 assists. So Hebraica, during this comeback, they've been sharing the ball and crashing the boards fall.
For sure. And if I had a telestrator and I could run that back, I would really teach you some basketball on that play. Beautifully executed. We'll work on that for next session.
There you go. And now Hebraica Macabi has the rebounding advantage, 24-21. At one point, Boca Jrs had a 4 or 5 rebounding edge, largely in part to the work of Franklin Hassel.
There's that play and that shortcut and that flare right there. That was it. Beautiful.
So now some pressure in the backcourt by Hebraica Macabi. They get it across, and a 2-on-1 alley-oop. Boy, that was some miscommunication. I'm not sure Schottman was throwing an alley-oop there. It nearly went in, but Boca with a golden opportunity. 2-on-1. Now the game clock at 7. Here's Williams to his left. Gets it to Hassel. Left-hand hook won't go. Raven Barber pulls the rebound down. And the first half will come to an end. We've got ourselves a ball game. 40-36 in favor of Boca Jrs, but Boca saw an 18-point lead in the second quarter slip away down to just 4 points. Hebraica Macabi, 14 of 40 overall from the floor for 35%, 3 of 10 from three-point range. They're 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Boca Jrs, 14 of 36 overall for 39%, 7 of 17 from three-point range, 41%. And a perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line. For Hebraica Macabi, Juan Ducase, 2 points. Franklin Hassel, 11 points on 5 of 11 shooting. He's also got 8 rebounds. Jordan Williams, 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. Ernesto Ogilvy, 7 points, 6 boards. Luciano Perotti, 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists as we look at some first half highlights. For Boca Jrs, Raven Barber, 2 points, 3 boards. Leo Minoli, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Marcos Mata, 6 points, 2 boards. Carlos Schottman, 5 points. He had all of those points early, then kind of went dark. Jose Vildosa, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Jose DiFilippo, 3 points, 5 boards. He was active there for a while during that big 18-point lead, and then he went away. Manuel Rodriguez, 5 points. Hebraica Macabi, a 25-22 rebounding advantage in that first half. 7 turnovers for Hebraica, 8 for Boca. And Paul McKeskey, as you look at these first half highlights, what is jumping out at you?
Well, we looked in the first quarter, and Hebraica Macabi was missing layups, like 6 or 7 layups, and they were getting wide open layups, and you knew that that was going to turn around. They're professionals, they're high-level players, and that was going to turn around. And then they went into Ogilvy pounding it inside in the post, and Hassel just living on the glass, and offensive rebounds and putbacks, and they just owned the paint. So you knew it was going to turn around here pretty quickly. Now it's going to come down to who responds after the first half and comes out in the third quarter ready to play, because as we know, both these teams are capable of going on runs, and both these teams are capable of winning this game.
Once again, we're so glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas or around the world. We will be back with second half action from Palacio Peñarol in Montevideo. In the U.S. on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel. He's Paul Mokeski. I'm Craig Fada. We're back with second half action in just a few moments. Welcome back to Palacio Peñarol in beautiful Montevideo, Uruguay for the second half of this Group C game between Boca Jrs and Hebraica Macabi. If you're just joining us, Boca Jrs leading 40-36 at halftime. Boca led by as many as 18 early in that second quarter. Hebraica went on an 11-0 run, and that propelled them to trail by just 4 at the break. Alongside Paul Mokeski, I'm Craig Feda, and we're so glad you can be tuned in wherever you're watching from around the world, in the U.S. on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel. We are back underway, and let's see if Hebraica, early in the third quarter here, Paul, can complete the deal and take the lead.
Yeah, I think the game's up for grabs, but Boca Juniors have to figure out a way to keep Hebraica Macabi off the offensive glass. They had 11 offensive rebounds for 16 points, and mostly done by Hassel. So they got to figure a way to start cleaning up the defensive glass for themselves.
Hassel high right side, hands it off to Williams. Williams back out top to Parodi. 6 to shoot. Parodi drives, gives it up to Ogilvy. He caresses it in with the left hand, and Hebraica Macabi down by just 2.
Looked like he came down on someone's foot. Hope he's okay.
And came out of there grimacing as Parodi dished out his 8th assist. Shotman from between the rings pulls up from 18. Tough shot by the veteran with the shot clock winding down.
Just a pretty pull-up shot, mid-range. You know, that art is lost in basketball anymore. That's a really good-looking shot.
Now Parodi around the screen by Hassel. Left side to Williams around Hassel. Parodi. Shot clock at 2. He's got to put it up and does. Williams caroms in to try to get the rebound, and one of the Boca players still slow to make his way back to the front court.
Yeah, a little collision under the basket at the other end.
Yeah, Marcos Mata was the player slow to get up, and he's still not moving at top speed. Romero gets it to Ogilvy. There's Ogilvy back in the low post. Score the bucket as the foul gets whistled on Manuel Rodriguez.
I love that. Come out of the half, pound it right into Ogilvy. They haven't been able to handle him in the low post all game, and he just overpowers them in the post, and he's a great finisher. That's what they have to keep doing. They should not go away from that. Just pound it in the post and make Boca Juniors react to that.
3-point play by Ernesto Ogilvy, and Hebraica down to just 1 now. Ogilvy put his head down like a bull on that offensive, on the offensive end when he made that bucket.
A little shoulder action there.
Yeah, the shoulder into Carlos Shotman and says, "What did I do?"
Then he looked at the ref and said, "What?"
Shotman catch and shoot 3. That's good. You can tell he's done that a couple million times in his life.
Great execution, a staggered away for him in the corner 3. Excellent baseline out of bounds play.
Back to 4, now an offensive foul whistled against Boca. That's going to be on Marcos Mata. Carlos Shotman now with 10 points. He's 2 of 4 from the arc. Schottman in the first meeting between these two teams in December was 0 for 6 from three-point range and did not score. Schottman now, little drop pass to Raven Barber. Boca works it around the outside. Vildosa backs it out, makes another run at it, and then cut off by Ogilvy.
Great defense.
Mainoldi fades away, but there for the offensive rebound and putback is Raven Barber. He's got 4 now.
It looked like the Boca Juniors just stopped playing. You got to keep playing no matter if you think the horn sounded or not.
Lead is back to 6. And you see this a lot too, Paul. The team expends so much energy coming back. They get close and then they fall away again. But there is Manuel Romero with the three-pointer to get Hebraica back to within 3.
You're right, Craig. It takes a lot of energy and effort to come back from 18 down like Hebraica Macabi did, but they're right in there. They're still got around 3. We'll see what happens the second half of this third quarter.
So they got to within 1 at the 7:57 mark. Another minute and a half has elapsed. Top to Mainoldi. Beg your pardon, Parodi. Vildosa commits the foul.
And, you know, once again, I'm going to say it again. Hebraica Macabi needs to go back to posting up Ogilvy and get him in the low post like they've been doing. He scored the first 5 or 6 points of the quarter.
Hassel gives it back. Poked out of there, but tracked down by Parodi. Boy, Parodi, he says somebody poked it out of there, but it looked like he couldn't decide if he was going to shoot it or pass it, and then just lost it.
Yeah, it looked like he got caught up in the air a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
My arm, yeah.
Yeah, Wayne Langston got him on the left arm there. So Parodi, I think, had a case.
I always tell my players,
dribble.
Keep playing.
3 on the way from the left wing, and that is good. There's Leo Mainoldi, and the lead back to 6. Coming up on 5.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Hassel misses. Vildosa. Beautiful pass inside to Barber. He can't get it to go with the left hand, but a foul call. Beg your pardon, that was Langston. Beautiful bounce pass to the cutting Wayne Langston. Langston has not scored in just over 11 minutes of action in his first game with Boca Juniors. He was signed to replace Nicolas Burgos.
And you saw him, Craig, in the first half kind of struggle a little bit, get his feel, but he's settling in. He's getting used to playing with these guys and the style of refereeing, and he's becoming a factor out there pretty quickly.
You see Langston and Hassel having some conversation there.
Get a little physical out there, I think.
Yeah, 14 fouls already on Boca. There's Williams picked up by Mata. Pass to Hassel and now down low to Ogilvy.
Nice. Perfect high-low. Love that action. Those two, Hassel and Ogilvy, play well together.
Another rebound for Hassel, and here comes Hebraica again. They got it down to 1. Deficit just fell back to 8. Parodi fading away. That's good! Pretty shot by Luciano Parodi. He's got 5 points and 9 assists. Back down to 4. 3 on the way, no good. Flat-footed rebound by Hassel. That's his 10th board.
And now it's time to Boca Jrs go inside out again.
Ogilvy waiting there in the wing. In the corner. Shot clock at 4. Parodi on the drive. Off the glass and in! Lead back down to 2.
Yeah, the Boca Juniors need to score here to stop this run.
Vildosa getting it over left side, around the screen by Langston now. Here comes Mata. Not sure if he was trying to pass that or do a little scoop layup. Now Parodi, cross-court pass. Here's the drive by Williams. That circles out, but he draws the foul.
Yeah, I think they're in position to take that charge, but I think he turned his head and his shoulder at the last part of that, and that's what gets defensive players all the time when they need to take that charge on the chest, and before contact happens, they end up, turn their head or spin their body a little bit, and it's always called a foul on them. He took it on the shoulder sideways instead of chest frontways.
So Williams will go to the free throw line. He's 4 of 4 from the stripe tonight. He can tie it.
Anybody that's named Jordan and wears number 23, it's got to be good.
You would think. And we are tied at 52. 2 free throws by Jordan Williams. He's got 15 points. He's perfect from the stripe. Now the foul committed by Golan Gut. He didn't play in the first game against Boca. In his only Group C appearance in the December window against Flamengo, he had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. 4 of 9 shooting from beyond the arc. There's Langston weaving his way to the glass and going with the pretty left-hand lay-in.
He's starting to feel his way around now, being more aggressive.
And Paul, it's difficult anytime you join a new team, but you're joining a new team in a foreign country. I mean, he's a veteran of international play. But still.
Yeah, everything's different. Referees are different. Style of play is different. And it takes a while to get adjusted. He's doing a great job of adjusting, though.
Langston now with 4 points. He's also got a pair of rebounds. Shot clock at 10. Langston working on Ogilvy. Kicks it out. Vildosa on the drive. Shoots it up over Gut. No good. Hebraica looks to tie again or take the lead with 3.
Running the 2-play. I hope it's a post-up for Ogilvy. Let's see.
There's the screen by Williams. There's Ogilvy in the post.
There it is. That's why I was an advanced scout there, Craig.
He's backing down Leo Minoldi and scores, and we're tied again at 54.
They just can't handle him in the post. He's really strong and solid and a good finisher. Love his game in the low post.
Three-pointer missed badly. Ogilvy now 16 points. Here's Good at the other end. The reverse layup with the left hand, and Hebraica Macabi is on top. 56-54. And they have come all the way back from down 18 points.
And now what you talked about earlier in the game, Craig, the crowd is getting involved now. I love the replay sign. But in the NBA, it says it's twirl your finger, and here it's make a sign of a screen. It's but players all over the world want replays all the time.
Yeah.
And they're usually wrong. And it usually costs the coach a timeout
Right.
and a future timeout.
I like how in baseball they have an impartial observer back in the video room, and it's not the player on the field calling for the replay. Usually the guy scurries out from the video room and says, yeah, challenge it.
Well, you look at the NBA games, and when there's a question, the head coach who's standing up usually looks to someone behind the bench who has their iPad, and they're going to tell him, yes, challenge it or not. Oh, that's a pretty pressure situation for that guy, though.
Yeah, if you get it wrong.
Yep. You told me to challenge.
Williams nearly loses it, but is rescued by Romero. 5 on the shot clock for Romero. He puts it up over Mainoldi, misses. Williams, though, gets it, puts up the 3, missed, and out of bounds. And it'll be Boca ball. Now Vildosa goes down to the floor. Well, after the play was over, now he's holding his.
Yeah, he was holding his head. Now he's holding his back.
Sounds like me getting out of bed in the morning. I don't know if he twisted wrong and.
It looks like it, yeah. Usually only old guys like us hurt their back when they twist like that. I mean, come on, Craig. Sometimes I get hurt just getting out of bed. That's not good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, people think we're kidding. We're not.
I gotta make sure my knees are working, my hips are working.
Yeah, you kind of do a systems check before you stand up.
Exactly.
40 seconds to play in the third quarter as you listen to Tales of the Geriatric. Paul McKeskey and me, Craig Feta. As Indiana Jones once said, it's not the years, it's the mileage.
We both got a lot. So I don't think they counted this basket.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And only short on the free throw.
Yeah, this ball don't lie.
Yeah. Mainoldi hits the second, and we're tied up at 56.
Man, Craig, you look at his shot. It's the rotation on that thing is beautiful.
Mainoldi, he's a guy who's been around for a long time. He'll be 39 years old on March 4th. National team veteran. Here's a good look at Manuel Romero. Got some mileage on him as well at 31 years old. Looking to break this tie again. First free throw is up and good as we sit at about 30 seconds to play in this third quarter. Don't forget, tomorrow, Boca Jrs will take on Flamengo. – 7 p.m. local time, 5:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Boca beat Flamengo in the December window 82-60. Mata swings it over to Vega. He kicks it out. Now a 3 on the way. That's good! With the shot clock winding down, Jose Vildosa hits one from about 28 feet. And now the half-court shot as the third quarter comes to an end. No good, and we go to the fourth quarter separated by just 2 points. Boca Jrs retakes the lead at 59-57. We are back with fourth quarter action, live from Palacio Peñarol in Montevideo, Uruguay, in just a few moments.
Pueden seguirlo en todas sus redes sociales oficiales: Twitter, Instagram y Facebook, @BCL Américas.
(59-57) in favor of Boca Jrs as we head to the fourth quarter. Hebraica Macabi actually took the lead after trailing by 18 points early in the second quarter. A Golan Gut layup gave them a 56-54 lead with 1:37 to play in the third. Underway here in the fourth alongside Paul Mokeski. I'm Craig Feda, and we're so glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas or around the world, as Luciano Perotti scores. Comes down on the defender's foot. He wanted a foul, but Hebraica back on top 61-59. A big welcome to all our viewers in the USA on FanDuel TV, around South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel. 59-59, not 61-59. And now DiFilippo on the floor holding his melon.
I think they're looking for a flagrant foul or unsportsman, I think they call it here. And maybe rightfully so. Remember earlier in the game, Ogilvy got somebody with a little shoulder. He might have got somebody with an elbow right there. But I was going to say, Craig, the team here, it's such a close game that strings together, 2 or 3 defensive stops and capitalizes, is probably the team that's going to come away with a win tonight.
Now the teams separated and going back to their respective benches, as now we are going to have a review to see if we can see
the
exactly
first one
what
of the
happened.
game.
Yeah.
Usually that's the first one of the game. A game we did in the first session, I remember they had like 10 reviews one game.
Yeah, just out of the top of the frame, you can see Ogilvy push DiFilippo to the floor. Now we're going to get a little bit of a wider angle, and yeah, you can see that right elbow up high, right to the temple of DiFilippo, and he went down. That sharp elbow.
He got it up around the head, and that's the danger area, and they usually call unsportsmanlike.
Yeah,
I don't even think he followed through, but
yeah, I think he was just trying to work his way through. But yeah, he definitely had the elbow up high and made a couple of motions with it.
Usually unsportsman. No.
So a common foul. On Ernesto Ogilvy. No unsportsmanlike. Definitely had the elbow up high. I don't think there was necessarily any ill intent. I think he was just trying to work his way through. So that's probably the right call. He didn't really extend that arm too much.
Yeah. Correct.
Shot clock at 2. Pass intercepted by Williams. Now Hebraica looking for the lead again. Takes it all the way himself, lays it in with the left hand. Falls on the camera guy at that end of the court and his chair breaks. It'll be a fun one to watch on replay.
This is the time when the Jordan Williams type player can take over a game.
Filippo, bounce pass to Barber. And Barber's pass, he was trying to find Leo Mainoldi and airmailed that one. Just that little look to his right slowed up the defender. There's that replay of Jordan Williams falling into the camera operator. The chair broke. I think they got another chair. They had one of those plastic patio chairs. And Hebraica Macabi not paying any attention to the shot clock. Bad turnover there by Macabi.
Yeah, that's a costly mistake right there. Had a chance to really kind of take over the game a little bit.
And of course they were getting no help in front of Boca's bench about the shot clock.
Only false information.
You got plenty of time. Nearly another errant pass. Vega corrals that one. He drives, bounces it to Barber underneath. He goes up reverse with the right hand and lays it in. And we're tied back up at 61. Barber now with 6 points. And now I believe Vega's going to get whistled for a foul as he tried to stay with Jordan Williams.
Yeah, it's tough to tell who hit who. I mean,
so Perotti to inbound. Hebraica looking to take the lead once again, just inside 8 minutes to play, fourth quarter.
Vega explained why that wasn't a foul.
Yeah. Unless both players just kind of lost their footing. And now they're taking a break to mop up any excess moisture on the floor.
And we talked about the arena earlier, and arenas like this, I've been in them, you've been in them. It seems like when it's hot and probably humid, when the floor gets wet and slippery, it's hard to clean up correctly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that it just doesn't evaporate. Doesn't soak up, doesn't evaporate. Usually you can see guys with their shoes just kind of, rub their foot over a few drops of sweat. They spread it out and it evaporates almost immediately. Don't forget, it's summer in Montevideo right now.
I was an assistant with the Jamaican national team, and we're playing in Puerto Rico, at Caribbean Championships, and the floor got wet. They had to cancel a whole set of games that night because they just could not get it right. I'm going to tell you, Craig, They did something I've never seen before. They tried sawdust and Coca-Cola to clean up the floor.
Really? I could see the sawdust.
I've never seen it before, and it didn't work either.
There you
It's
see
a different kind of idea.
There's a great look at Leo Mainoldi, just absolutely covered in sweat. They've got some portable blowers on the behind the baseline now, aimed out at the floor. Currently 76 degrees Fahrenheit in Montevideo with 75% humidity.
There's your guy.
Just look at yeah. And he's going to be coming into your lap right here. Hello.
I need a new pool chair.
Shot up and no good, but a foul called. Leo Mainoldi holding his hand up.
Tell you what, I wouldn't want the task of trying to block out Hassel. He is just a workhorse on the offense.
He's relentless. Three-pointer on the way, a whistle on the three-point shot. And Vega is incredulous, as is Carlos Duro.
Yeah, looked like Williams kicked out his foot a little bit on that one. I don't know if that was the call, but it looked like he kicked out his foot.
First free throw is good. Montevideo just across the bay from Buenos Aires. Back in 2017, we did the FIBA Americas Championships down here in Buenos Aires and Montevideo. Just amazing cities, both.
And great basketball.
Tremendous basketball and food. Almost as good as the basketball. Now three from the corner is up and good. Manuel Romero strikes. And now Hebraica Macabi leads by 6.
Yeah, Romero is not afraid of the moment. He has never seen a shot he didn't like, and he doesn't feel the pressure, and he'll just let it fly from the three, and he did right there and knocked down a big three.
So now the biggest lead of the game for Hebraica Macabi, another assist by Luciano Parodi. And he's got 11 dimes.
Coco puede ir acá a buscar Raven al coso. Y tenemos que pisar pintura. Es solamente tiro de 3 puntos. No pisamos pintura. Entonces en los reversos atacar. En los hombres grandes que van arriba, poner la bola acá. El hombre que está a atacar la zona para liberar tiro. No es atacar pintura para anotar, es atacar pintura para poder encontrarla a los lanzadores. No que los lanzadores estén lanzando frente a un hombre que está posicionado sin hacer nada. Si vamos a hombres, cuerno lado. Zona es línea y zona es...
Here you see Hebraica Macabi with a 10-2 burst to open this fourth quarter.
Yeah, we'll see if Boca Jrs responds.
Carlos Duro has to come up with something here, else this game is going to slip away. In the first meeting between these two teams, Hebraica Macabi won 69-62. We're just about at that score right now, but we've still got nearly 7 minutes to play.
And Hebraica Macabi's back in their zone.
Barber misses the hook shot. Jordan Williams now with 20 points for Hebraica Macabi. Ernesto Ogilvy 16. Franklin Hassel 11. Brody from the corner to Hassel. 5 on the shot clock. Little left-hand push shot won't go. Hassel also with 11 rebounds. Perotti with 11 assists. Leading scorer for Boca Jrs, Jose Vildosa with 16. Leo Mainoldi 11. Carlos Schottman 10. Three-pointer up on the way by Romero, no good.
And they're just sitting in that zone, begging, offering that outside shot.
Now the floater short by Vildosa. Rebound back tap to Schottman. Barber working on Hassel. Now outside to Schottman. Beg your pardon, that was Mainoldi. He missed. 5.5 minutes to play now. Hebraica on top by 6. Perotti in no hurry to get into the offense. Ogilvy down low. They've not been able to stop him. Works his way right to that restricted area. Goes up with a jump hook with the right hand and scores it easily. Wolokiewski, that's got to make your big man heart happy.
He's just tough. A little dribble down, back him down, shoot a little hook shot. Yes, young people out there, that's a hook shot. Very effective.
Ogilvy now with 18 as Boca turns it over again. Inside 5 minutes to play. Hebraica Macabi, their biggest lead of the game at 69-61. Remember, they trailed by 18 at the start of the second quarter. As Franklin Hassel with a little bit of a tongue lashing for Boca Jrs.
Feeling it.
He's got 11 points, 12 rebounds.
He's doing his job. He's just pounding the offensive glass.
How about the efficiency?
Williams score.
How about the efficiency of Hassel, Ogilvy, and Williams? 17, 19, and 23 as Hebraica scores again. Jordan Williams, the three-pointer. He's got 23 to match that Jordan number on the back of his uniform. That was after one of the Boca defenders flopped to try to draw a charge. No call was made either way. Now here's Mainoldi. He hits the deck. And splashed the three-pointer.
Yeah, Craig, I tell all the time, we tell players, at this point in the game, you can't flop and try and draw an offensive foul. The refs aren't going to call it. And by doing that, what he did is he created a rotation for his defense because his teammates had to make up for that flop, and then they swung it around for a three. That might be a dagger here in this game. There's a lot of game left, but you can't flop or try and draw an offensive foul this late in the game. Refs tend not to call it.
4:35 to play. 11 points now, the lead on the shot by Jordan Williams. Nearly a 30-point swing in just over 2 quarters.
Momentum.
And really, Boca just has to be shell-shocked.
Yeah, they have to clear their heads. There's still a lot of game left. They got to, execute, be strong, get a good shot here, and not
Another
turn the
turnover.
ball over.
Here comes Williams. He goes up and stuffs it home with the right hand, and Hebraica absolutely rolling in this fourth quarter. 74-61.
And I talked about Jordan Williams at the beginning of this quarter. He's the type of player that can take a game over, and he has.
A 15-2 run by Hebraica Macabi so far in this fourth quarter. Don't forget, Boca led 24-12 after one quarter. Led by 18 early in the second. Here's Hassel. Flips it up with the left hand, no good. And if Boca's going to get back into this one, they're going to have to come up with something here in a hurry. Mata giving it up to Schottman. His three-pointer is up and good. There's another veteran shot by Schottman.
Yeah, that'll help a little bit, but they need to get stops now. At this point in the game, you're talking about defensive stops, push the ball, but we cannot trade baskets now. We can't go basket for basket. We need defensive stops to turn this game back around.
And if you're Hebraica Macabi, you can't afford to let up either, because they've gotten this lead by being aggressive. They've banged it with Ogilvy down low offensively. They haven't been afraid to take the outside shot. A lot of times when you see a team get in this range with a lead late, they just want to run clock, and they usually don't end up with a very good shot.
Yeah, what happens then, Craig, is you end up with the wrong guy shooting like they did last time when Hassel had the ball in his hands and threw up a left-handed shot that he really can't make because they waited too long. You want your better players getting all the shots. Ogilvy, Williams, that's who should shoot the ball. But if you wait too long and you pass to someone at the shot clock, they have no chance but to shoot it.
You see the interception by Williams. Takes it all the way himself. Goes up with the right hand, having himself a magnificent game. 25 points, 7 rebounds, 4 steals, and an efficiency of 29. How's that for popping your eyes out?
Yeah, he's one of the best players of all these teams, for sure.
Romero picked up by Schottman. Williams to Perotti. Perotti takes it himself, kicks it out. 3 on the way. Just short. Got a good shot. With 1 second left on the shot clock, there was an open look from outside by Romero. Now Ogilvy takes one to the grill and wants a whistle. He's dished out a
he got hit with something, but it was off the ball, and none of the refs saw it. But yeah, he's dished out as well as he got.
Schottman tries to hit another three-pointer, misses that one. He's 3 of 6, beg your pardon, 3 of 7 from beyond the arc now. 13 points, 4 assists for the Argentine veteran. Remember seeing him all the way back in 2016. He's been a national team veteran for a while.
And like I said before, if Boca Juniors don't hit some stops here in a row, this game is probably over. And they need to start right now. Only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. They need stops, like I had said before.
10 points in 2:37, certainly not out of the realm of possibility. Catch and shoot three-pointer, missed, but another foul called on a three-point shot. And Marcos Mata can't believe it.
You can't put yourself in that situation. He was coming off a screen, shooting a fall-away three. You can't put yourself in that situation where the refs can bail the guy out, whether it was a foul or not. It's a 10-point game, and you're going to get him on the line, getting ready to make it a 13-point game. I think that's the second or third time that they fouled a three-point shooter.
Jordan Williams 9 of 9 from the free throw line tonight, make it 10 of 10. And he's got 2 more coming. He's got 26 points now. Second one straight through, and Boca maybe watching this one slip away.
I mean, if I'm a coach anywhere in the world coaching in some league, I want Jordan Williams, that guy, on my team. Absolutely.
So the lead back to 13, and Boca turns it over again. If that's not the nail, I don't know what is. Poked into the back court, no violation. Shot clock at 8. There's Williams. He's got 28. Williams along 2. Short, and the rebound to Langston. Here comes Boca. 2 minutes to play, and a foul whistled on Romero. Just the 3rd team foul on Hebraica Macabi.
Yeah, but still, I know they do this a lot, but I don't understand that foul. You stop the clock. Right now, you're not playing the score, you're playing the clock. You want it to keep running.
Another rebound for Ernesto Ogilvy. That's his 10th.
So both their bigs are in double-digit rebounds.
Yeah, you've got Hassel and Ogilvy both with double-doubles. Luciano Perotti, if he scores again, he'll have a double-double. Jordan Williams, if he manages to pull down 3 more rebounds, he'll have a double-double. Now Vildosa loses it at the other end. It goes out of bounds. They'll say it's off of Hebraica, off of Manuel Romero.
And there you saw one of those fans you were talking about, Craig, blowing on the floor down there.
Romero has a seat as another 30 seconds elapses from this game without Boca scoring. Just under a minute and a half to play. There you see the double-double by the Panamanian captain, Ernesto Ogilvy. Good wanted a whistle, and there it is. Oh, they called it on good.
That should be a technical foul if he reached in out of bounds and took the ball. That should be a technical foul. A little strange play there.
And now Golan Gut having a conversation with a fan. I think they called fouls against each player. Waiting for the official TikTok on the website to update. Vildosa's shot won't go. Hassel may have gotten a piece of it.
Or that might be the bad basket where people miss layups on, correct?
Yeah, we saw that early in the first quarter for Hebraica. Yeah, they didn't call any fouls on that ball.
Strange.
No. Ogilvy for 3. That's good, and that's going to do it. 80-64.
Just a great comeback.
Shot by Langston, no good. Rebound pulled down by Mata. Now a 3 by Mainoldi, that's no good. Another rebound for Franklin Hassel. That's his 13th. Now Gut draws the foul on Mainoldi. Boy, it would be amazing to see Luciano Perotti get another bucket here, but he's going to sit down. have 3 players with double-doubles. Instead, they'll settle
Crazy.
for 2. Perotti will finish with 9 points and 11 assists.
You love that as a coach. Everybody's involved in many different ways, not just scoring. Rebounding, passing. Really good to see. Now the Boca Jrs. Going to have to recover quickly because they play a game tomorrow.
Yeah, they turn around and play Flamengo tomorrow night, 7:10 p.m. local time here in Montevideo, 5:10 p.m. Eastern time. As Boca takes one more timeout, trailing by 18.
And you know what's dangerous about that, Craig? They beat Placa by 18 last time, and I think that was kind of a fluke. And you know, after this loss, they're going to have to really push themselves and recover quickly and be ready for a tough battle tomorrow.
Friday evening, Hebraica Macabi will take on Flamengo. 7:10 local time, 5:10 Eastern time again in the U.S. There we get a look at one of Carlos Schottman's three-point shots. And Paul, for this being the first arena in which I saw the fringed net bottoms, they don't have them here tonight.
Yeah, I think they hurt you. I think they hurt you last games, and they got rid of those and put regular nets in. Because what you were saying.
Not complaining by any stretch of the imagination. I love the South American flair.
But it does slow the ball down and slow the game down. The longer the net, the slower the fast break.
Shot clock violation by Boca, 14.7 to play, and you would imagine Hebraica was just going to dribble this one out. So Hebraica yeah, they may run a play here. Thinking about scoring differential.
Right? Yep.
There's Golan Gut lining one up. And Schottman from way outside misses left off the backboard. And this one is final. 82-64. Boca Jrs. led by 18 in the second quarter. They lose the game by 18. A 36-point flip in 3 quarters. Just amazing.
Crazy.
Hebraica celebrating rightfully so at midcourt. Hebraica outscored Boca Jrs. in that fourth quarter 25-5.
Yeah, too much Ogilvie and Hassel in the paint and too much Jordan Williams everywhere else on the floor. Just great all-around games by all those players.
So Hebraica Macabi moves to 2-1 in Group C play. They've got 5 points. Boca falls to 1-2 with 4 points. As we look at the final numbers on this one, Hebraica Macabi, 29 of 66 from the floor for 44%. Boca Jrs., 22 of 62 for 35.5%. Boca, 11 of 32 from the arc. Hebraica, 7 of 20. Hebraica, a sparkling 17 of 19 as a team from the free throw line for 89%. Boca Jrs., 9 of 11 for 82%. For Hebraica Macabi, Juan Ducase finished with 2 points. Golan Gut with 4. Franklin Hassel, 11 points, 13 rebounds. Ernesto Ogilvie, 21 points, 10 rebounds. Luciano Perotti, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists. Manuel Romero, 7 points, 2 assists. But the story of the game, Jordan Williams, 28 points, played 38 minutes in this game. 7 of 16 from the floor, 12 of 12 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals. Kind of an easy choice for player of the game in this one.
Yeah,
For Boca
not a
Juniors,
bad
Wayne
game.
Langston. Yeah, for Boca Juniors, Wayne Langston in his debut with the team, 4 points, 4 boards. Leo Mainoldi, 11 points, 4 rebounds. Marcos Mata, 6 points, 6 rebounds. Carlos Schottman, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Jose Vildosa, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Raven Barber had 6 points and 5 boards. Jose Di Filippo had 3 points, 5 assists, those all in the first half. Manuel Rodriguez finished out the scoring for Boca Juniors with 5 points. Hebraica Macabi won the rebounding battle, 40-35. 12 turnovers for Hebraica Macabi, 17 for Boca. Many of those, though, coming in the second half late, as Hebraica Macabi was pulling away. The teams really took good care of the ball through the first 3 quarters, and then the wheels kind of came off there for Boca Juniors. And Paul McKeskey, if you're Carlos Dura and Boca Juniors, you got to turn around and get ready to play again tomorrow against a tough Flamengo squad. Boca beat Flamengo in December, 82-60, but Flamengo is going to be looking at the film from this one, and I think they're going to have a good idea of how to attack Boca.
Yeah, and I think the zone bothered them, so you'll see zone tomorrow. And Boca has to look at the first half and see what they did well and try to repeat that tomorrow and with a quick turnaround.
For my partner, Paul Mokeski, my name's Craig Feda. This is Basketball Champions League America's Play, live from Palacio Peñarol in Montevideo, Uruguay. We will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. local time, 5:10 p.m. Eastern time. Once again, thanks again for watching, everybody. So long for now.